Hello, and we are once again live on another Tuesday, and I got another special guest in the house. Every week it's a special guest, but this time I have Debbie. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your last name right. Wemyss or Wemyss?
It's Weems.
Weems. See, I
It's all
totally
good.
blew it.
Just call me Debbie.
Totally blew it. Okay, we're going to stop the live and come back again. No, I'm only kidding. Okay, so
I love you.
And you know what? This is probably a pertinent note to connecting with people. It's getting their name right. So shame on me. I should have gone and listened to your pronunciation and got that right. So see, I'm learning something before we've even begun. So to get the ball rolling, I wonder, Debbie, would you just take a minute to introduce yourself so that everybody knows about you, just in case they don't know you?
Thank you so much, Gillian. You're a sweetheart. Listen, my name is, it's a talking point, it's a conversation starter. So my heritage is Scottish. So what can I say? It's a Scottish name that nobody can say, pronounce, or remember. So my brother, I stole this from him on my business cards and everywhere, my email signature. I have Weemz in parentheses after my last name. So people always say, oh, what kind of name is that? And off we go. I'm Debbie Weems, founder of DW Consulting Solutions. We are celebrating our 10th year of offering what we call expert LinkedIn instruction to individuals and corporate teams to use LinkedIn more effectively for branding and marketing. And we love what we do.
Awesome. Thank you. And like you said, these are all talking points. We always talk about how do you do a conversation? And it's like asking somebody, how do you pronounce your name? Where's that name from? These are all conversation starters. And here we've been connected, I think, for at least over a year. I know we connected during the pandemic, and I'm not really sure. I think it was maybe through Jeff or John Asperian. I'm not sure. They're kind of like the two central hubs on LinkedIn. So you're kind of connected through either one of those. And here, all this time, I did not know that you had a Scottish heritage. And so do I. So that's awesome. I'm of the Farquharson clan. Because my maiden name is Finley. So here we go. We've got this Scottish heritage, which again, that's what you're looking for in networking and conversation. It's how do we find those similarities that we can meet together and talk. So this is awesome. So our topic today is what to do after you connect. And Debbie, you're awesome because whenever I'm looking at your newsfeed post, you just have to just go to Debbie's profile after this LinkedIn Live. Don't do it now. After the LinkedIn Live, go to Debbie's profile. If you're not already following her, follow her, connect with her, send her a lovely note if you wish to connect, and look at her activity because she is a master networker. You always see smiling faces. Debbie's always meeting with people. You see screenshots of her in different events and masterminds and with her clients and teaching and doing seminars and webinars. Debbie, I don't know how you do it. Are you an extrovert or an introvert for starters?
I think I'm a person that goes without sleep a lot of times. No, I extrovert. I was raised in a family of nonprofit executives. Go figure. My whole first career was 23 years in nonprofit work, all in marketing, media, PR. And the last 7 years were fundraising. So, I used to sit in the kitchens of some of the wealthiest people on the planet over there in Palm Beach, 15 minutes away. And I think I've always been pretty outgoing since I was a kid. You and I are familiar with that other site called Clubhouse. And one time I had to pull one of my old pictures for one of the topics. And there I am laughing and smiling. And I think I was 3 years old. And I had an uncle who was a photographer, and it was a family shot. This is going back to like 1954. Oops, I just gave away my age. And I was laughing at my uncle because he had a puppet, and he had it to make everybody laugh. And he had to get me to shut up and stop laughing so he could take the picture. So I guess I've been like this for a long time. I will talk your ear off.
That's great. And you think about it, it's like usually you're telling kids smile, but I can see your uncle going, stop smiling. trying to take the picture.
Close your mouth, smile, don't talk. And I have occasion now pretty often to be in front of audiences. Always a timed speaking engagement, and I always tell the person at the beginning, you're gonna have to flag me down when I have like 5 minutes, because I will just run over and keep talking.
It's like they have to do like in football,
Get the hook
American football, they do the time.
No, I have fun with it. People are great. I'm very blessed to love the work that we do. It's not work to me. It's a way of life, and I enjoy it. I think that really, if you put yourself in the other person's shoes, which I do pretty often, particularly when I'm dealing with CEOs, just the title can be intimidating. And I do put myself in front of them first for training before we go into a contract with their sales team or executive team. That seems a little daunting. I think I'll write a book about that someday, how I broke through all the gatekeepers and all that to get to the CEO themselves, because they never want anything to do with me. Give her to my sales manager or the HR person. And why does she want to talk to me? Well, it could be because you're a CEO and you don't have a headshot on your LinkedIn profile.
Oh, perfect.
True story, more than once. And it goes on from there. So it's an eye opener, and I do have fun with it, because a lot of times we're in the same age group. So I find synergy with anyone and everyone that you put in front of me, even in foreign countries that I've never really worked in. So I've met so many people through this site and a few others where we engage with Zoom calls. I just added our 21st country to our country list of clients, and it's Bahrain, and it's over next to Saudi Arabia, between Saudi Arabia and Iran. Who knew? And I thought, oh boy, this is, and he was referred to me by another person. I have not talked to that other person in ages. First, I thought there was going to be a language barrier because his name is Islam. And then I thought, how is this going to fly? I know nothing about this country. Well, it turned out, the fears dissipated within minutes. He spoke fluent English, super nice, knew all about his country, his company and country, yes. But he's in charge of 1,500 people. So here I am trying to get him organized on LinkedIn to look like the CEO that he is. And it's been his whole career. Well, it turned into one of the best sessions ever, because I found synergy in some of his activities that he and his wife do outside of work. I found synergy in some of the countries he had traveled to that I had actually been to, and it was great. And I think that's the first key when you connect with people on LinkedIn. You really need to, and this is how we train, this is how we coach our clients, no matter who they are. Look at their profile, please, and find something in common. Find some synergy, even if you have to go all the way to the bottom of their profile and look at their interests and look at their groups. And a lot of people don't bother doing that, and it's really important, because if there isn't anything obvious, either what industry they're in or what they do for work or where they are, go down and check out the groups in LinkedIn that they belong to, and you'll find some commonality there. Yep. Or this is a prospecting tip here for salespeople. If you don't have any mutual connections that you can lean on to leverage to get in front of that prospect, go down to that list of groups, get yourself in a couple of them. 1 or 2 is all it takes, and you can still direct message individuals in groups, even if you're not connected. And let me tell you, that's another change I just discovered, like in the past 10 days. LinkedIn has moved the little link that gives you the list of members and the little message box, because I wrote to the help center. I was all rather ticked off, and I said, wow, did you take away the ability to communicate directly with members even if you're not connected? And they came back, no, we haven't changed. I said, well, then you repositioned the little button, and sure enough, they had. Why does LinkedIn do this? I don't know.
Wow. Okay, Jeff Young, if you're watching, or Kevin Turner, we
Hey.
expect to post by time we're done with this live.
They probably both already knew about that. But I was panicking because we were finishing up a corporate training, and I will drop their name because they're going to go on my website, PBS North Carolina. Fantastic experience. And we were doing the marketing sessions. And I thought that's one of the key things for groups besides, you bring all the members into your network. Now they can find you in organic searches. And I went nuts when I couldn't find that link I said, wait, they couldn't have taken that away. So happily, you can still do that.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good tip. So so that's good. So that's a great tip that you can find new connections with, again, that synergy, that common interest. If you're in a particular group with people, then, like for instance, I think you and I are both in Jeff Young's LinkedIn group. And so everybody in there, is probably like a good egg because, they're part of Jeff's little pond. And so they're good people to get to know. So that's always a good tip because it's kind of like, you start going out into the LinkedIn universe, it's a global trip. And sometimes you're just like, you hop into ponds and you go, ooh, this has kind of got shark infested waters. And you're like, hop out again and you don't want to be it anymore. So it's nice to know, that's why I do look for who are people connected to when I get a connection request. If they're connected, say for instance, if they were connected to you, I feel that you vet people. So you're not going to be, with the captains and, these crazy people who you're just like, are these even real? They're just strange bots and stuff like that. So, that gives me peace of mind. So let me just see. Oh my goodness, we got some comments. Let me hop over to the comments because I don't want to neglect all the people that show up. Okay, we've got greetings from Belgium, from our dear Tina with 2 eyes. Yay. I'm not going to do names today. I'm going to be on a roll today. I'm not doing anybody's name. I'm going to mess it up. Okay, a big hearty hello from the land of enchantment. She's from New Mexico. It's cool.
I was just going to say, where is the land
New
of
Mexico.
Like
Great to see you two wonderful ladies together. I love Del. I love
my
her.
favorite artisan right there.
A name. What did you say, Debbie?
Del is an amazing artist who works with recycled materials. That's all I'm saying. Just go to her profile.
Yep.
She's amazing.
Check her out.
Thank you, Del. Thanks for coming on.
Awesome stuff. Oh, we got the lovely Miss G. Jillian and Debbie. G sounding in from Frisco, Texas. Yay.
Awesome.
Then we got Jane. She's up in Canada. Oh, I'm the same on stage. Pull me off one more time.
Jane just connected. We just connected yesterday.
Oh, awesome.
The day before.
Awesome. Yeah. Happy Tuesday from G. Wow, the super cool, all those countries. That is amazing, Debbie. That's amazing. So 21 countries. That's amazing. Yeah. You need like a little map with push.
We're doing it. We're doing it right now. We're going to have it on our website probably. I'm going to say within the next month. Yeah, awesome. We're working on that, and that was fun to put together.
That would be fun. That would be fun. It just shows how global LinkedIn is becoming. Love that. Look at their groups, golden. See, that's good stuff. Good stuff, Debbie. Look at a person's profile and please stop sending those generic invites. So here is a question. So we'll put it here while we're looking at G's comment. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I get generic requests and they don't give me a note, but I will sometimes, if we have enough mutual connections or they just, I'll go check their activity and I'll say, yes, I'm going to connect with them. I actually send that first note back. What would you do, Debbie? Do you take those generic ones or no?
I always vet everybody. There has to be a reason for me to connect with a total stranger, and I am looking for value. I think that's really important all the way through LinkedIn, whether it's posting or writing articles or connecting. But if somebody, and I get invitations every day that have nothing, they push connect and out it goes. And You know what? There's a lot of members on here that don't realize LinkedIn did away with that generic invitation a long time ago. And I hear that every so often. They're like, oh, I thought there was, and I'm like, nope, there's nothing. So when I get an invitation, I always give people a benefit of the doubt first. And I go to,
it could be on a phone. They could do it on a phone and it just goes.
Right. And there's a number of reasons. So I go to their profile, and I work all day on my desktop, but I have my my mobile right here. In fact, this is kind of cool because I'm looking at what we look like on the mobile app.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool.
But anyway, yes, it's right here. So, oh yeah, it's a little bright in the light. But anyway, I vet them in a 30-second synopsis of their profile. So I'm looking for who are they, where are they, what do they do, how many connections do they have, and is there a way I can help them or they can help me? Now, to be transparent, I can help almost anyone, okay? Unless it's Kevin Turner or somebody like that, Jeff Young. You know, there's certain people that have it down pretty good. But I do want some value because I want to be able to leverage those people later. Now, if they're in a country where I do no business at all, if they are somebody that has 20 connections, not much content, that's going to be an ignore for me because there's nothing really there. First of all, that raises curiosity about whether it's a real profile or not, because yes, there are fake profiles out there. So beware. And be advised, you know, and be smart about who you do say yes to. But I always look for value. That's the key for me. There's got to be something there that I can chat with or talk about later, because this all comes down to the old-fashioned know, like, and trust. You know, it's the same online with any site that you are communicating in as it is in person. And now that we're getting back into in-person stuff in some areas of the world, it's even more important to understand that you have to take the time to develop the relationship. And don't you dare come after me. Ooh, we talked about this. Should we talk about the Zoom invitation now?
Oh, yes. The hop on a call, you know, it's like they haven't, that's the first thing they want to do. And quite frankly, it's kind of like, you know, it's like before we've even gone out for dinner, you want to stay overnight type of thing. And it's, you know, it's a terrible analogy, but it kind of feels like that. It's like, it's too soon. I don't even know who you are, but I struggle with how to respond. That's like, I know I want to say not yet, but I don't really know what to say. So coach me, what should I do? This guy just, you know, this gal, she sends me this invitation to connect. I say, okay. And then boom, 2 seconds later. So let's hop on a call.
I would say, hey, so-and-so, you know, that might be a great idea, but right now I'd like to take a little bit of time to go back to your profile, look through some of your activity, and maybe come up with some things that we can talk about. And I stall them. That's how I stall. And I think that's a legitimate reason. And if they're put off by that, then, hey, I've got my answer already, you know.
That's good. That's good.
I'm constantly aware that members are becoming more and more aware of how good this site really is as far as getting in front of your target. I don't care who they are. I don't care what your business is. I don't care what you do, what you offer, if it's a product, a service, or your talent. You can get in front of anybody you need to on LinkedIn. And I'm not going to blame it on the younger salespeople either. I was saying, you know, we got to really rein in these younger salespeople. Well, that's not always the case. It can be anybody in sales, because if they're really motivated, you know, they know how important it is to get in front of that target that's going to give them a decision, and even more reason to be a little less aggressive. You know, Zoom calls are great. I think part of it, maybe, here I go with giving the benefit of the doubt again, but I do think the past 15 months has made a difference in how people approach each other. And we've all gotten quite used to jumping on Zoom calls. Well, I have a saying here, time is money, and I'm very cognizant of where I spend my time. Not that it has to be constantly, investing my time toward making money, but you know what? Most of the time, that is my mindset. And why not? We're all on LinkedIn for business. We're on here to network and develop relationships. But the bottom line is, yes, I want to make money. I want to teach people what we know. But I don't go for that practice of just, here's my, God forbid, don't give me your calendar link in your invitation. That's being extremely assumptive.
No, and as a matter of fact, I've actually heard several people tell me they find it a little aggressive to even send a calendar link, period. So it's like, sometimes I'll offer people a choice. I'll say, is there, like, say for instance, it's somebody I know, we've already been, chatted with. We chat in the comments, we've chatted in the DMs. Now I feel comfortable taking it offline for a Zoom call. I will often tell people, would you like to, tell me a couple dates that would work for you? Or shall I send you my calendar link? Or you could send me yours. I kind of give them choices because I know I've heard some people are very put off when you just say, okay, I'd like to meet. Here's my calendar link. They feel it almost is dismissive. So you just never know how people are going to take things.
And if you take a little time to get to know them, otherwise, DMs, emails, whatever, then you'll get a feeling for how they're going to take that kind of activity or suggestion. All the more reason to scrutinize that profile. I'm telling you, I find stuff sometimes it's buried under publications. The fastest way to skip a few steps with me to get me on a Zoom or a phone call, find something in my profile that's not obvious and mention it in your invitation. That's going to get my attention right away, always. And I try to do the same thing in a nice way, not a creepy way.
It's like,
with the people that we invite.
Find the pineapple. Find the
pineapple. Hello, John.
I don't have a pineapple,
so
but it's
so
like,
clever.
but that would actually be a good little thing. It's like, yes, make sure you've read somebody's profile, because if you don't really know what that person does, you could, and I've done those. I've done a couple of those where, against my better instincts, I think it was especially, we got a little bit lax during the pandemic, and I got on a couple of Zoom calls and they were like, like I couldn't wait. I couldn't get off quick enough. It was just like, well, it's been 30 minutes. I have to go wash my cat.
Oh my gosh.
when they have to when somebody says they're going to shampoo the cat, it's not going well. It's really not going well. So we've got a couple more comments. Okay. More gold right there, Debbie. Stall them politely, of course. But my other pet peeve outside of generic invites are the immediate Zoom invites from people without having that dinner date.
I love that, G.
She's so right on. I said it in a naughty way. Okay. And no immediate, especially because she's married.
Oh yeah. Hello. Hey, Gillian, I got a question for you.
Sure.
What do you do first when somebody accepts your invitation? What is your very first move after that?
I thank them. I send them a DM, and I don't automatically, you would think video queen, she sends a video. I don't actually send a video, and I don't actually send a voice message because I don't know what people are going to like. So what I do is I send them a very polite, thanks for connecting with me. And then I always tell them, I'm looking forward to getting to know you on LinkedIn better. Then I go to their profile, I look at their activity, and I might, at least with the last post they wrote, read it thoroughly and make a nice comment, a constructive, meaty comment. So that's my policy. So what could I improve on, Debbie?
No, I think that's a great strategy. Mine's pretty similar. I always send a thank you note. I had a note in my notes for today. Remember what you learned in kindergarten. Be polite.
Mm.
And mix in professionalism with that, and then you're on the right track, in my opinion. We send out a thank you note through LinkedIn messaging, and we do give away no strings, no pitch, nothing on the document to indicate, hey, I want your business. It's a reference document, and we've been using the same one and giving it out for years. And it's all about the difference. It's the difference between endorsements and recommendations, because a lot of people really aren't clear on not only the difference, but the importance of each, and how they might use that to their advantage. And that's it. It's a one-page informative type reference document. And we say, thanks, hello, so-and-so. Thanks so much for connecting on LinkedIn. Look forward to getting to know you better through your posts. And here's a document I hope you'll enjoy. We'd like to give it out to our new connections. Best regards, Debbie Weems. That's it. Nothing
great.
else.
That's
and then,
great.
It's something I learned a long time ago about value. If you can not sell, not pitch, just get to know people and offer value in whatever way you can. And of course, now that we're in our 10th year, we've learned that people love 30-minute webinars. So we give away at least one every month. And during the pandemic, we gave away a 30-minute webinar every single week from March until the end of December.
Wow.
It was amazing. And a lot of it was initially geared to people in transition, because it was so horrible. Still is. In fact, here it is, July. I almost said June. Here it is, July.
It's first week.
And I
realized Slack. It's the first week.
And I realized we're getting ready to get our newsletter content together. And I thought, oh my gosh, 6 months has gone by and I haven't done a single thing for job seekers. It was like, it just went by. So I'm doing a half hour just aimed at job seekers on the 21st. And then we're going to do our regular 30-minute. We pick a different topic every month. And the regular one is going to be, again, because 6 months has gone by. Time for a reality check. That's the name of the other one. Because it might have been a while now since people have stepped back and thought, okay, what am I doing on here? Why? And am I doing it right, or have I just been going along same? Do I need to make changes? Do I need to kind of step back and take a look at strategies and how you're connecting and how you're engaging and all of that? So it's going to be a fun month.
That's good. Will you do me a favor? When you get those posts up, could you come back to this LinkedIn Live and put it in the comment, the link to those, so that if anybody's listening, then they can go, oh, wow, how do I get that? Click and go. So that
awesome.
would be a good thing. Now, I have a question about sort of like, so I told you that I don't send the voicemails and I don't send the video emails because sometimes people don't like those. I'm quite amazed, but some people find them very annoying. I think especially, with the voice messages, which if you're not on a phone, it's kind of odd because you can listen on your computer, but you can't respond. So then now you're like typing and you're like, what did they say? I don't know what they said. So it's very hard to respond to a voicemail when you're on a computer. It's just a strange thing. And then with the video messaging, it's very tricky because unless you use the LinkedIn app, so it plays within the messages, or if you use YouTube or Vimeo, so if you've got that sort of pre-recorded one, then those play within the stream. But if you use Loom or something, then people are clicking and then they're bouncing out of LinkedIn, and sometimes they don't want to do it. So I actually never send voice messages or videos unless other people do, because then I say, well, if they're sending it to me, they're cool with it. So sometimes I think it's good to match like for like, just a little part of psychology. It's like, do what they do what they do, and make that conscious effort to really actually, if you connect with somebody, especially if you initiated the request, go and be active on their newsfeed. Do go get to know them. Don't just, collect them. It's like sometimes I feel like people are just putting, new people in a basket and wandering away.
Treating it as a numbers game. That's something that we refuse to do, frankly. And I think you hit on a number of good points just now. And I think it comes down to not only how comfortable they are, but to understand that some people are intimidated. If they're not sure how you did that, they're right. Immediately kind of, how do I respond to that?
Exactly. And I don't think we ever want to make people uncomfortable, like, especially with video. Video's annoying in itself with all sorts of stuff people bring to it. And it's like, now all of a sudden they might feel like, am I supposed to do a video back? Is that rude? So you just don't want to start it off like that. So is there anything that you'd kind of say, like we talked about the icky people that, don't read your profile and then they connect. I had somebody the other day that connected with me, wanted to hop on the Zoom call so that they could help me get better with video.
I love the ones that want to teach me how to do lead generation on LinkedIn.
That's right.
Bring it on. And I can show you how to invite people better.
Yes. So, and when you send your gift, which is your document, Debbie, are you requiring them to opt in, or is it just a PDF attachment? And then that PDF. Way they don't have to, now I'm on your newsletter list for the rest of my life.
No, because that goes on all the time when you have to go to the website. We do, honestly, to be transparent. Every time we do a webinar, we send out the slides after with a couple of additional slides, which is one of our services and stuff. And those links to anything that we have a link for, they have to go to our website. And yes, we're capturing their name and email, that sort of thing. That's kind of a given. But no, this reference document goes out in LinkedIn's messaging as an attached PDF. So they don't have to worry about downloading it or opting into Dropbox or whatever.
There we go. That's great. So we got one last comment from Tina, and I guess we should wrap it up. She says, what to do after you connect. Don't pitch or send your CV. Get to know the person first, engage on their content, and be polite. And that's perfect advice, Tina. And it's so true, Debbie, isn't it? It's like you said, kind of like going back to that kindergarten, you could almost do the Fulgrams. He did a whole thing about, being in everything I learned in life, I learned in kindergarten. You could actually take that and do it as a whole LinkedIn post about, you want to bring those same principles to LinkedIn. Be polite. Don't just, buy my stuff. Here's my resume. Hire me. It can't be like that. It's about relationship building.
You need to do that video, and I'm going to do that post.
Okay.
Because I think that's a great idea.
Okay. We'll collaborate. We'll do it together. I think it would be great. So that's our homework.
Great time. This was good. I'm happy to be your guest and share all this great stuff.
Awesome. So we'll wrap it up now. And what I'd like to just say is, if you are not already following or connected to Debbie, because she can't connect with everybody. So, if she doesn't connect with you, follow her. She's got such great information. Get on her email list. I'm on her list. I would never leave your list, Debbie. It's good. You said valuable information. I think I came to one of your webinars once, so I'm on your list and I get your stuff. And so that's how I knew it was your 10th anniversary. And I was really excited for you. And it's good stuff. So Debbie, any final words that you'd like to impart upon us as we are getting ready to sign off?
Oh my goodness. Keep doing the great work you do, my dear. I think this site has its quirks. People get frustrated. Bottom line is, LinkedIn's been around for 18 years. They're not going anywhere except up, as far as I'm concerned. The more they grow, the more opportunities we all have. So hang in there. We have to bite our tongue every once in a while at some of the changes, but overall, it's still a great site to find professionals and engage. So keep connecting, find value with people, and engage.
Awesome tips. Thank you so much, Debbie, for being on the show. What show? I don't know. Thanks for just being here today. It was fun. It was a great chat. I think we could have gone an hour. So, it's just a good thing. I'm going to have you come back on, and I am going to follow up on the kindergarten post because I love it.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bye. We'll see you next time.